Alright, we're going to hook up James Bond mode. We're going to connect to the old, I guess this is technically an old style receiver. That guy right there. I guess that's technically an old deal. And there's a special way of getting James Bond mode. Here's a close-up of that. Come on, focus. There you go. So if you want to bind to that receiver right there, this is what you're going to have to do. This is classified information. But what's not quite clear is if this is needed. So I think all we're doing is telling the transmitter to talk differently. I think that's it. So we're going to turn the steering wheel all the way to the right. We're going to push and hold the bind button and then turn on the controller. And it should just blink solid green. We're going to let go of it and then it should stay that way. And then we'll hit the bind button one more time and then turn on the transmitter and see what happens. So let's go. Let's give it a run. Full right, push and hold the bind, turn it on, fast blinking light, let go. That's what I want. I'm going to push the bind button again, and then we're going to turn it off. Now we're going to turn on this. And then we're going to turn this on. Okay. Let's turn this back off. Nope. All right, let's try something. Let's try it with a binding plug here. Let's insert the binding plug. Turn it off. Insert the binding plug. Turn off this. Turn this back on. We got a fast blinking light right there. I think in theory all we got to do now is just turn it on and then in bind. So we got a solid red light there. So I think we'll just turn this off. And we'll turn this off. We'll remove the bind button. Turn this back on. Turn that. Oh, we got action. How about that? James Bond mode, everybody. They call it mode 2. If you fly, not to be confused with mode 2. So I want to share with you the binding procedure out of the owner's manual, right? Because mode 2, they call it mode 2, not to be confused with mode 2 on your flight modes, right? I'll briefly scroll over this. It's fairly straightforward. You do not need this procedure straight out of the box, right? You just need to charge your batteries, insert batteries into the transmitter, and then turn it all on and then enjoy life. But this is your basic procedure right here. Feel free to pause it if you need to look at it for your own personal records because maybe you lost your owner's manual. But it's pretty straightforward. There is no mentioning of mode 2 because the next step is charging. All right, mode 2. I will post a link to where I discovered this. It was a long process of getting there. It's a shame that they didn't link the receiver when you buy the receiver on their website. It's a shame they didn't post a link to the video that they have on. And then when I did a word search, at least I did an intentional word search on binding this receiver to the transmitter, it showed a bunch of results. So granted, I didn't scroll through every one, but you would think Redcat would have been the first one it would have pulled up. But I don't know, maybe it's in the keyword search that I messed up. I don't know, but the guys at Redcat were very, very helpful in getting us all situated and turned around. So I got one more to do. I'm going to make a separate video on that, and I'm going to make that one just straightforward without going over all this other stuff that took so much time. But thank you again, Redcatracing. You guys went above and beyond your Call of Duty. I am going to send back your transmitter. I don't need it. I already have 2 of those jokers right there. I don't need a third one. I only have 2 vehicles anyway. But I'm going to set that particular transmitter in mode 2 for those receivers right there. That way I got one and one, right? I can work one either way.